and we are back with more Elden Ring. Last time I left off, we are in the capital of Leyndell. Or is it Randell? I think it's Leyndell. We beat the first Elden Lord, which was a bit surprising, or at least probably an illusion, even though I really expected it to be a Phase 2 fight where, like, we would actually fight the Mastermind afterwards. Our maiden has left us, and there is technically a fog door over here near the Queen's bedchamber, kind of leading into the Earth Tree, which trying to avoid. But so, what I've done basically is not only have I kind of given video a bit of time to check, and also basically my Sellen friend to kind of watch a few things here, talk with him about potential things that I've missed, and like the big thing I was wanting to make sure about was that like we can't come across Morgott and then get like locked in the end game and like beat the game, right? Because like at these games, when you beat the game, you kind of get locked out of the DLC, so it's like I want to avoid that. I want to be able to do the DLC before accidentally finishing the game. And I mean, like, this has to be a thing, right? But yeah, so it sounds like basically no matter what we do at this current point, I've been assured that there is no accidentally beating the game. So in theory, the gold door near Queen's bedchamber should be totally explorable. Now that said, we have the rest of the capital to explore, and I have a little bit of a to-do list here for things that might have been missed. Which, alright, let's bust that out here. So, the first one is that I guess I have missed a potential boss fight, which took me by surprise, but it's on this road, which we kind of, like, came from above, got that point of grace, and we came from below, and then I think we, like, went over there, and then over there, but, like, the boss fight is, like, supposedly right there. So, we need to basically go check that out. I also lamented to my friend about how I was sad about the fate of Sellen, kind of just turning into a big old rock face. And I guess there is a bit of a follow-up there if we go back and visit the two scholars that kind of like she was like looking for. So we also need to head back over here to the Volcano Manor and down to Blaidd for that. Oh, it should be okay to give the Dung Eater the curse mark that we found in the fake round table, so that won't get us murdered or get other people murdered, seemingly. You know, it's like trying to avoid any spoilers, but it's like, you know, is this what I do with it? And it's like, yeah, okay. So I guess that's what we're going to do with that. Oh, one thing that I am not exactly looking totally forward to, but so this puzzle here, like, it was hinted at how to do it, and then basically I immediately put it together, but then also there was a follow-up there. So there's a spell that I believe, actually, let's go ahead and check here, that I have, because that particular puzzle, the clue was regression, and yes, like, I think ultimately we have a regression spell. Here we are, Law of Regression. Heals all ailments and dispels all effects, but as you can tell, 37 int, so I can't cast it. But from what my friend described, most people, how they do this if they are not building an int build, is that they go to Renala, get respect, do it, and then come back and, you know, respec whatever they want. I generally don't like respecing if not necessary, but I think in this case we'll go ahead basically like screen cap the stats, respec, get the int, do the puzzle, go back, respec. That's kind of the rough plan there. I can't say I'm a huge fan of that, but that's still something. Oh yeah, and basically, so Blaidd shouldn't have totally vanished. I kind of wondered if the red shadow that we fought near Ronnie before was actually Blaidd or not, and I guess it's not, or maybe? Like, there's a bit of confusion, but it sounds like the Blaidd should be somewhere around Ronnie's towers, like in front of like one of these three towers. So, in theory, we have a bit of a follow-up there. And then my own curiosity was, I couldn't remember if over at the... Oh, I totally remember now. I was trying to think, basically, if near the Divine Bridge, if we took that teleporter, but I think I actually did, because that's how we got over to this isolated Divine Tower, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, because this one was through the cave. Okay. So that's already one thing checked off. I think probably the easiest to start off with is go check him with Blaidd, assuming he's actually where he might be. We'll just kind of take the towers right to left in that particular regard. I do want to basically hit more of the capital, though, because I'm still on my own little private holy quest to find the Three Finger somewhere beneath the capital. If for nothing else, and to learn more about the Three Fingers and maybe get some more Three Fingers frenzy-related spells. Like, there's still a bit of a mystery going on there. But alright, let's see if we can't find Blaidd. Okay, not seeing anyone outside this tower. But I think it was described to me as outside the tower and not inside the tower. I mean, you'd think you'd be in front of Ronnie's tower, but every time that we've checked around there, there's only the wolves. And not like wolf-like Blaidd, more like literal wolves. Okay, so I don't see him there. So, alright, let's go check out Ronnie's tower, even if we have to take down a few wolves to check it. I do wonder if maybe, though, he'd be inside. Oh.
No. I'm part of her very being. I can never betray her. No matter what might happen. Ronnie. She needs me.
Okay, well, I'm hearing him talk. Okay, then there he is. So, okay, the normal wolves are gone? Oh. Alright. Didn't expect him to get all violent. And then take me down. Like I blocked the first hit, but not the follow-up. That said, we're sitting on quite a few ruins, so gotta make sure I can get that back safely. And now that we know we're going to be thrust into combat... yeah, probably some Black Flame. Trying to remember our other, our kit currently. We could box him. I not imagine that he's susceptible to... the, Frenzy. Like, he's human-ish, but not, like, completely human. Also, hopefully with us having, like, died like that. Hoping that the wolves don't, like, spawn with him. But I just realized since we kind of retreated from him, that means that our runes are going to be a bit further up here. But okay, so he's still there. Oh! Huh, why is there a black knife here? Okay, actually that did hit him. Uh-oh. Alright, just keep running. Uh-oh. Suddenly Blaidd has a bit of help that I didn't expect. There we go. Ouch. Through the tree. I kind of wondered if I should have taken down that man before, because I knew the invisible spellcasters were around there. It's like, casting on occasion can be kind of good, but yeah, maybe we should stick to old-fashioned weaponry for here. And Blessing of the Erdtree, Bestial Vitality. Alright, back on the horse. I mean, he has a PvP style, like, name tag above his head, so I do wonder if Frenzy might not work. Sometimes, basically, the Fields of Flame can do some pretty good damage. Alright, our runes should be somewhere around here. There they are. This time I don't hear any caster de-invisibling themselves. try to make a little bit of a flame carpet for him to walk through. Alright, ouch. Uh-oh. Drink. Yeah, I kind of figured that'd be kind of countered there a bit. Nice. Swing. Okay, cool. Come on, keep the target lock. Basically, I'm thinking bait and attack. Yep. Alright, swing, swing. There we go. Royal Greatsword, Blaidd's armor, gauntlets, and greaves. Not quite the happy ending I was thinking it'd be for him, but alright. And more black knives. Were they coming to take him out, or were they coming to take Ronnie out? Let's see. Royal Greatsword. Greatsword decorated in royal carrion style. Favorite weapon of Blaidd the Half-Wolf. In defiance of the fate he was born to, Blaidd's sword served no master but Ronnie. As proof, the sword is imbued with the cold magic at the moment the oath was sworn. Unique skill, Wolf's Assault. Infuse the greatsword with frost, then perform a forward somersault to plunge it into the ground, then pull it out to release a cold blast. And then Blaidd's armor, well-worn black armor of the man-wolf Blaidd. The pelt serves as a cape, protecting from cold. Blaidd was the blade of Ronnie, but the cold bothered him anyway. Ho ho, ba-dum-bum. Blaidd, who served as Ronnie's shadow, was a loyal ally who would defy destiny itself if it would would have him turn upon his lady. Alright, so the greaves and the gauntlets are the same description there. I do wonder then, like, given that he was outside here, I can't imagine any, like, black knives either made it through, or I don't know, basically if they were sent to kind of, like, put him down. In hindsight, we should also check on E.G. if we checked on him. Alright, up we go. Just to see if anything is in Ronnie's old place here. I think we checked after wrapping up Ronnie's story, but maybe not, given that Blaidd was obviously there. Oh! There's a point of grace at the very top now. Yeah, so I guess we didn't. Ronnie's chamber. I mean, our maiden's left us. I can't imagine, like, we can talk with her here. Oh, talk to miniature Ronnie.
I take it thou hast noticed. I shouldn't be surprised. I thought I might expound a little further upon the order I envision. Mine will be an order not of gold, but the stars and moon of the chill night. I would keep them far from the earth beneath our feet. As it is now, life and souls and order are bound tightly together. But I would have them at a great remove, and have the certainties of sight, emotion, faith, and touch all become impossibilities, which is why I would abandon this soil with mine order. Wouldst thou come to me even now, my one and only lord?
Interesting.
Mine will be an order not of gold, but the stars and moon of the chill night, and I would abandon this soil with mine order. Wouldst thou come to me even now, my one and only lord?
Okay, so the seemingly repeat dialogue.
Mine will be an order.
Yep,
I
alright.
would wouldst thou come?
Figure, third time's the charm there. But okay. Interesting, though, because, like, the doll, last we saw the doll was, turned off still. I'd imagine it'd be under key items. Recent, ball string, here we go. Actually reminds me, we got 2 additional crimson things that I don't know if we actually looked at previously. Stop rune loss on death. Ah, yes. Yeah, we should actually mix it in. I totally forgot about that. Alright, mix Wondrous Physique. Yeah, man, I think Purifies the Lord of Blood's Curse and Mixed Physique. Probably good for eventually when we run into Mogwin. And then, as much as I kind of like having the flask, it's a bit of an emergency thing. Let's go with the Briefly Stop Rune Loss on Death and Mixed Physique. There we go. Trying to see if we maybe got anything else that I overlooked, but not seeing much here. And plenty of things that boost, cause it to explode, negate damage, eliminate FP cost, makes that attacks more likely to break enemy stance, yeah, which isn't too bad. But okay, I think these 2 are good for right now. And I assume, since we walked away from the Grace and came back...
Mine will be an order.
Alright, still repeat dialogue. Although... Hold on. Okay, yeah, that just says talk to Ronnie. That's not even talk to miniature Ronnie. But before... Potentially forget. Key items, double check the doll. Okay, so yeah, the doll basically is still considered discarded. Okay. 30,000 runes. I think it's probably okay to fight whatever this boss is, basically over here. Okay, so in theory, it's like near one of these dudes. I was told basically that much. I was also told who it supposedly is, but I'm kind of curious how that's gonna all be. But I'll leave it a surprise. Oh, and quite literally, while Ronnie was talking, I got a text from my soul's living friend reminding me to equip something in the 4th talisman slot, so we should do that. But what should we put in there, though? I mean, I'd prefer not to take additional damage. Oh, and I guess if you have one of the charms on, like Arsenal Charm, you can actually equip multiple of those. Interesting. Evidently, the Green Turtle's Flask is always a bit tempting, given stamina is always, you know, a premium thing to have. I do kind of like, though, charge attacks, enhanced counter attacks. Like, some of these are pretty cool. Like, also, like, a final hit of a chain attack. Although we don't do that often. There was the one that was like multiple hits in a row. Yeah, that's charge, stamina, counter, horseback, jump. There we go. Raises attack power with successive attacks. Because that one's tempting. Poison and rot is also kind of cool. There's utility stuff. I mean, we could have the restore FP. I was kind of curious about how much that would actually restore. Can't improve dodge rolling, but increases damage taken? Maybe not. And since charge spells and skills, that could be pretty good. Trying to recall, yeah, there's more, like, yeah, incantations, sorceries, memory slots. What category is it that had the, our FP, like, reduction? Okay, so it is this one. Yeah, all these have the drawback. Lowest damage negation, take more damage. Oh yeah, that one's basically reduced damage of, like, you know. Wait, is that just general damage? Oh, I thought it was just headshots, but alright. I mean, given how often we top off, the Ritual Sword Talisman, it wouldn't be that bad. Especially since we snipe a lot of the times. A shame we don't have anyone that's, like, increases power of, like, skills, because otherwise it would be really good synergy with our Spectral Lance. So yeah, maybe we'll go with the... I mean, successive attacks, is that melee attacks? Is that any attack? Because that means if we do like 3 spectral lances in a row, the second is stronger than the first, and the third is stronger than the second? But this one's technically an all-the-time one. But I imagine that this one goes further? And interestingly, this one actually weighs more. 1.4 versus 0.9. So alright, yeah, we'll go with the wing sword. Alright, so I'm going to assume these guys are being there. Kind of keeping an eye out for a potential summon sign here. Yeah, probably Mimic. Yep, this guy looks the most suspicious, and I was told to look for a zombie dude.
I see thee, tarnished, smoldering with that wretched flame of ambition.
So we never got to use a shackle on him last time. Ouch. What does it do? Oh, wrong one. I should feel bad that he is seemingly stuck, but I am not. They're gonna throw that. Okay, so you can only use it once. Drink. I'll drink again. I'm a bit surprised that he doesn't have like a full boss bar. Given previously he did. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it in time. Crap. Of all the things that get stuck on there, I should have had that. That was... I mean, he got stuck on collision early on, too. I'm hoping a stake of Marika is putting me not on the opposite side of the battlefield here. Ah, boo. Okay, we had the shackle at the ready. Look at this. Look how... Again, of all the things to get stuck on. Come on out.
I see thee, tarnished,
And I see thee too.
flame
And I'm gonna see if I can get you stuck on this, and then we'll see how you like it. Now that I know it's an invincible catapult that does not perish normal things. Alright. Oh, ouch. Yeah, some of these craters aren't exactly too great. I am not a fan of this battlefield. Sloped in with random, like, what do they call them? Potholes, there we go. I know they're more of like impact craters, but still, they feel like potholes. What if I should just run up them and start punching? Actually, instead of Spectral Lance, Black Fire might be better here. Alright. Come out again. Yeah. The annoying part is fighting the battlefield more than I'm fighting him, really. Then, of course, the pot mark there. Alright. Keep running. As I almost fall into the pothole again. I think that would actually hit. What the? Ah, okay. I guess he was resetting similar to the dragons. Even he has trouble with the battlefield. Why'd you choose this place to fight, then? Yeah. Alright, run! Uh-oh. Oh, potholes here. There we go. Radiant Amber Medallion +1, which I already forget what that does since it's a +1. Oh, greatly raises maximum stamina. Not too bad. A medallion with Radiant Amber Inlaid greatly boosts maximum stamina. The Erdtree's old sap becomes amber, treasured as the most precious of jewels in the Age of Godfrey, the first Elden Lord. A primordial life energy resides inside. Okay. Oh, I'm trying to recall... Oh yeah, the Lord stuff. Boy, who gave us that? Can't quite remember. Yeah, that's on the alleviates. Oh, additionally cures poison. Okay, because I think when we saw it, it was only, like, alleviating, not actually curing. And there's a Lord's Heal, but... that one actually basically is a lower requirement than the Erdtree Blessing that also heals that we currently have equipped. So I don't think we need that. See, I'm not even sure basically what Margaret's Steel is, why he bothered showing up again. I'm a bit surprised it wasn't a proper fight, but... I mean, also wasn't a proper fight, because again, this battlefield is just... like, right there, just like, catching on random stones. But alright, he can stay dead this time. I think that's over to the, like, partially some graves. But okay. Most likely next is going to be the puzzle, which... admittedly, I'm trying to recall the safest, quickest way to get there, so that way... because if we're going to have to get there without our normal kit, it's going to take some adjustment here. I've been told there's not much behind it, but there is, like, I guess some big lore, and I am all down for big lore. But okay, how can we... Huh. It's like, can I parkour on this? Again, just have to be very careful. Alright, if we drop down... Yeah, because that statue over there... I guess in hindsight... Nah, I was just like... Maybe if we equip one of those intelligence raising things, we'd have enough intelligence, but we need 37, we have 14, so I don't think it's going to be that huge of a difference. But okay, yeah. We can safely get there. Alright. Oh, where is that? Okay, there's that white text. So, alright, what we need to do... Need to open up my stats here. Make sure that I... take a picture of my current stats, because the intention is to just, like, return right to this afterwards. Alright, boom. And, if I recall correctly as well, alright. Actually, if we're going back to Reyndell, we might as well hit up our old teacher's places here. There we are, okay, there's Primeval Sorcerer Azure. I'm kind of hoping / wondering we can get a better ending for Sellen, because she seemed like she had more ambition than just turning into a giant like head. Azur's glintstone crown, glintstone robe, and machettes. Crown of Azure, primeval current sorcerer, set with a prominent blue-green glintstone. This crown replaced Azur's brain and skull altogether, and now removed from his body, is all but dead. What power remains within raises the potency of Azur's primeval current sorceries at the cost of additional FP consumption. Okay. Then a robe reserved for Grandmasters of the Academy of Relicaria, corroded by blue-green glintstones. Since the Grandmasters Azur and Lusot were driven from the Academy, no one has achieved their formerly held rank. And machettes corroded by blue-green glintstone, worn by Azur, primeval current sorcerer. Azur had reached a near inorganic state. Alright. So then, go all the way down here to Blaidd. Oh, I kept that emblem still on. I think this is the one. Yeah, because that's the Church of the Plague. Okay. Yeah, this should be it. Let's go ahead. There we go. Remove that. Teleport over. Have to run through this cave. I'm now wondering if this is going to be the equipment of those guys, or whether we can actually get, like, again, a happier ending for Sellen. I guess likely not, because it is a bit of a... I don't want to say it's a fitting ending, but like... Well, I mean, she wanted to restore the primeval current, like... glintstone, ley lines, something like that. So... in theory, it should be... like, she should have done it, right? Or was she just mistaken all along? Yeah, but then we should probably bust out the fisticuffs here. Beat up this guy. There we go. I figured just rushing him was probably the most expedient thing to do there. Okay, so I believe it is... Ouch. Oh yeah. Forgot about this snail. Alright, then down again. Going to top off since there was that one sorcerer here before. I don't know if he'd be gone. There he is. Okay, so that did a bit more damage than I thought that would do. Good old gut punch. Okay, yep, so probably the armor for him too. Lusot's glintstone crown, robe, machettes, and leg wraps. Alright, first the crown and then down. The giant blue glintstone crown worn by Lusot, primeval current sorcerer. This crown replaced Lusat's brain and skull altogether, and now removed from this body, is all but dead. What power remains within raises the potency of Lusat's primeval current sorceries at the cost of additional FP consumption. Okay, so it looks like this is basically the same description as the other one. Yep, so the only new bit here basically is old sorcerer's leg wraps, common amongst old-fashioned sorcerers. Ragged waistcloth that extends to the thighs. Alright. I mean, hey, it's treasure, I'll take it, but that, in theory, still means that, Sellen is frozen, but maybe if we go over here, maybe she's, like, either no longer suffering and is dead, or, ooh, I might be right. Oh, wait, no, she was over that way. Hi! Yeah, she is still a giant thing of faces. Hello, teacher.
My friend,
And nothing new to teach us. Outside of, I guess, don't try to kill these royals. But alright. Oh boy. What I do for lore.
Thou art thou now assured of thy want to be born?
Oh, actually, hold on.
Be not, I will.
Yeah, hold on, Renala. Let's confirm. I was pretty certain it was 37 in is what we need to do this. But probably good to confirm. Memorize spell. We can probably swap out. We'll swap out Q. Yeah, we'll swap out Cure Poison. Alright. Where are your laws of regression? Here we go. Yep, 37 int. Okay. Cannot use a sorcerer incantation with present attributes. Cool. Alright, so it still lists me equipment though. Alright. I'm also going to bring up my picture here to make sure that I remember my original stats.
Art thou now
Because I'm figuring... Okay, rebirth. Use a larval tear to accept rebirth? Sure.
now bear this sweeting into life anew?
With the rebirth menu, you can spend larval tears to clear your levels and reassign them from square one. You must reassign all levels until you reach your present level, and you cannot make any attributes lower than their initial level determined by your origin. Alright. What I'm thinking of doing, in case there is any fight, we'll just flip Int and Faith for right now. I'm also kind of glad they kind of give you the previous stats, as it were. So yeah, this will allow us to still use our same weapons for the most part. So this will be 49. And this will be 14. There we go. So yeah, the only ones that we're swapping are Int and Faith. Confirm. Undergo Rebirth? Yes. Balled up. Alright, cool. Alright. Let's see what we'll see here. Okay, Archery Sanctuary, yes. It really feels like there would be lore implications for accepting the rebirth. Like it'd be maybe like one of like under Renala's sway or something, but I just kind of get it, you know, purely mechanical. Don't think too deep about the lore implications. Well, probably. These games can go back and forth on basically what has some pretty massive consequences and what doesn't. Alright. Down here. And then boom. Boom. Actually, in hindsight, get the spell ready. There we are. Law of Regression. Oh, we can't even use our current catalyst to cast it, though. Okay, we can still use the Claw Mark one, though. And technically the Dragon Communion one as well. I guess we'll do that one. Alright. So do I need to do it like right here? So yes, regression alone reveals secrets. And thus, the Law of Regression. Radagon is Marika. I do like how they quite literally spell it out, but that is also... I don't want to say it's not true, but we have other lore that contradicts that. And that is to say, we have the lore from the Queen's Bedchamber that according... I mean, I guess, you know, if we're taking our maiden at her word, but supposedly it was Marika talking to Radagon, so they're one and the same. I mean, I guess it could be a Gollum thing, like Lord of the Rings, like maybe they're two different personalities of the same individual? What if I did it again? Alright, so it didn't like flip back or anything. I still find this very funny that it just spells it out. Radagon is Marika. But again, I don't think it's the full story, because I trust our maiden's reading of stuff. So I guess that would be more like, what she would say would be more obvious. Maybe like the whole double-blind secret thing is that? But yeah, I mean, this should be the sculptor's secret thing that we're told to find by... boy, somebody. Is that Turtle Pope? That might have been Turtle Pope. Okay. Element, I was kind of hoping for an item. But I mean, I was told not to get my hopes up too high. That it was mainly a big lore thing. But yeah, I wonder if it's a Gollum situation. I mean, again, like, because we had Marika talking to Radagon about how to become a god. I'm now also in my head comparing it to some of the Drakengard Nier lore regarding 0 and 1, and then the other 1, and how 1 and 1 end up being kind of a big thing that extends far into the Nier series of, like, the cult of the Twin Watchers and everything. There's a lot of stuff there. But alright, let's go back to Renala. Now that we've kind of squared that away, don't need our regression anymore. Which, actually, we'll swap spells after the fact.
Ah, is it thy wish to yet again be born anew?
'Tis. Rebirth. Yes, get another larval tear.
Blaidd,
Alright. Thankfully, since we kept our stats all the same except for the Ancient Faith, very easy. I don't even need my picture to actually do this. 22. Wait, no. 14. And then 49. Whoop. And then 2 arcane. There we go. Alright, 49, 14. Cool. Excellent. Yep, and teacher is still ahead even after rebirth. I'm trying to remember if that was the statue that was also there. So is this supposed to be Radagon then? Also, yeah, it raises additional things as well of like... I mean, Marika and Radagon supposedly had children by themselves, which was the Melania McQuell line, I want to say? Because it was... With Renala, it was Ronnie, Riker, and I feel like I'm probably forgetting a third. But okay. Alright, let's go ahead, swap out Laws of Regression. Time to regress from regression, as it were. Lansac's Glaive might not be too bad since we're actually putting, like, effort into upgrading our casting catalyst nowadays. It's like, I just feel like Fortisac's Lightning Spear should be better for it being 46 faith. I mean, I could just go back to Cure Poison. Cure Poison is always relatively good. Well, okay, maybe not always. I guess technically this one, Poison, Blood Loss, Sleep Buildup, yeah, actually. Lord's Aid is probably better because we confirmed that despite this menu not mentioning it, it does cure poison. Which I'm going to double check that to make sure I wasn't crazy when I read that. Yeah, additionally, cures poison. I do find it funny they hide that little detail away there. I do wish this was usable with just faith rather than intelligence. But I think, yeah, even like the Radagon Springs of Lights are the same way. Okay. And then we should also make sure we swap out of that and put the Godslayer one back on. Okay, yeah, 17 int for the Golden Order seal, which makes sense with the two things we just saw. I totally forgot about, Wait, was this jar cannon? Yeah. It uses explosives to fire grape bolts. Oh yeah, that was 34 strength. Ooh. I do like the idea, though, of, like, shooting a cannon. That would be pretty fun. But alright. Everything is looking on the up and up. I do feel like I should, give our spear a go. Oh, actually does remind me of another thing. Actually, I'm reminded of quite a few things. Let's go back to the round table real quick. And then, because like one thing I wanted to do as just a curiosity was it was pointed out in a comment, but I think not last recording, maybe the one before that or the one before that, that the rats don't have an FP cost, which I totally forgot about. So I was kind of curious about the rats. Which, in that case... Okay. Also just realized that, yeah, we're supposed to give the curse mark back to Big Guy. It seems like a bad idea, but, you know, it shouldn't get people killed, hopefully, right? Right? Okay, yeah, we're gonna swap out these guys for just right now. It's an experimentation. And we are going to put the rats on. Where are you, rats? I forgot the little explodey jars. There we are. Giant rat ashes. Yeah, so use some of the spirit of 30 giant rats. Don't require FP to summon. And enhancing increases their number. Yeah. I'm kind of curious how crazy it can get. I expect a lot of them just to be kind of like taken down immediately, but... Oh. I don't know if that would work. But I'm like, what if we summon a giant horde of rats, and an enemy gets stuck inside them, because we have that, like, taunting mask on, or we do the scream of, whatever, and, like, the rats just go to work. That could be a pretty cool combo.
Greetings, are you here for...
Alright, spirit tuning. Alright. Rat. 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 More rats. More rats. More rats. Alright. We could probably do one more rat. Alright, cool. Equal to kindred of rot. Bugs and rats. Certainly got a type going on here. I don't think we've got any smithing stones.
Well, I took you for no matter. Lay out your arms then.
Alright. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because we couldn't upgrade this all the way because we just ran out of, Oh, or actually... Wait, was that the case? Huh. Okay, we could upgrade that. We could upgrade this. Alright, so they're both about plus 12. I can't fully recall if we can buy Smithing Stone 5 or not. Alright, hold on, good sir. Oh, and there's another comment on a past video that was mentioning that we might be able to swap off, like, or more, so it's like, alright, Ash of the War, and if we swap off the Godskin Peeler thing, like, let's say, you know, Kick, and then keep it standard, and then, like, let's go to Pike. Can we equip the Black Flame thingamajig? If we can, I'm not recognizing the symbol for it. It might not be for spears. Yeah, because I'm not seeing it there. But if we go over here again... Yeah, there's Lion's Claw. Assassin's Gambit. Let's say I can get my Black Flame Twirly back, right? Giant Hunt. Huh. Interestingly, I am not seeing my Black Flame stuff anymore. Now that said, I should be able to just remove it, right? Yeah, undo. Okay, cool. So, alright, so Black Flame Tornado does not separate to become its own Ash of War, but it is the default built in here. Which, honestly, that's kind of the best of both worlds. Like, that is, it has unique skill, but if need be, we can override it. Which is pretty nice. Also a bit curious if Gideon has anything to say about that, like, other round table we found. No? Alright. So yeah, let's... I don't trust the big guy not to try and attack us if we give him back his like, little curse thing. Alright. Yeah, this is the regular... Okay, we can get the 4th thing. It's all the 5 are limited. If we start upgrading stuff with 5, we will hit a bit of a potential wall. So that's something we need to keep in mind. Though, given that we get the 5 for, like, the other stuff... Oh. Odd that this is in odd number. 1, 2, and 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I thought all the stones for the bell bearings were in sets of 2. We had like 1, 2, then 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So interesting about the Grave Golem port being only viable up to 3. But yeah, okay. These were just, yeah, Rajes and... Pidia. Who was he again? Oh, I don't remember him, but... Oh well. Okay, big guy. Yeah. Told you not to talk to me, blah, 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 blah. I got something for you.
No. Wait. You have felt the curse. I can smell it on you. The box, yet tender. Apparently my seedbed is ripe and waiting. 'Twas a brief respite, I must say. Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh, trapped in the sewer jail below the capital.
Oh, sewer jail key. Alright.
I can kill you and defile your corpse. Then the pox will truly be your own.
Cool.
Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh, trapped in the sewer jail below the capital. I can kill you and defile your corpse. Then the pox will truly be your own.
He makes it sound like a good thing, and I don't know about that. Unlock sewer jail door beneath Leyndell. Alright. Filthy key received from the Dung Eater. Unlock sewer jail door said to lie beneath Leyndell, the royal capital. Alright. Okay, let's see. As I walk back, yep. Fought the boss. Visited Sellen's old teachers. Gave Dung Eater's curse mark back. Did the regression thing. Elevator was confirmed basically teleporting to the island, and we found Blaidd, so we are good to start looking at the capital. Although, yes, let's go ahead and first upgrade our casting catalyst and our Godskin Peeler.
Well, I took you for no matter. Lay out your arms then.
Alright, strength and armament. Okay, so it should cost 12 of each stone to get through their upgrade level, so in theory, we should be good. I think I'll do the catalyst first, though, since we get more use out of it. Sorry, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Alright, so yeah, that basically starts putting it in the same category as Castus, which is nice. We'll do the same thing with the Peeler. So 1, 2, 3. Cool. Kind of feels like we should probably finish getting the Castus up first, but let's sit on that for a bit. And might as well double check with Storm Lady down here.
In this ash, it reminds
Alright.
me.
Same as always. I do wonder if anything we've done in the other world roundtable would affect anything here.
Greetings, are you here for I can hear it from across the wind.
Alright, there's the repeat dialogue.
Howling and you should keep your... I know you should...
I did not keep my distance, but in exchange, I have a key. Yeah, double checking these doors to see if any of them might have opened from dealing with the other world one, because we did open up that door down there, but it looks like it's still sealed in this version of the round table. And we might as well double check with Gideon to make sure that he's not going to be like, "You gave the Dung Eater what?"
Well, what is it now?
Ah, nothing from him. And I assume nothing from the Two Fingers themselves here in the hall. Kind of just a general homecoming, double check all the things, make sure we're not missing anything. Alright, yeah, we only got these remembrances still, which none of them are that, like, useful for us. 'Cause I think even this one took int, yeah, int 22. Ash of War, but that only is applicable to great axes, great hammers, great spears, and colossal weapons, which we have used none of. And then I think Renala basically was high int, and even these were, yeah, int and strength. Alright, well. Leave that be. Hey, big zombie fingers. It's making weird, like, grunting sound, but I think that's par for course. But alright. Now, back to what we intended to really actually get down to today, and that is more of the capital, because I want to find the Three Fingers somewhere under the city. So we'll go back to the fortified manor, first floor. Because there was that one knight we saw to the side there. Okay, we still have 40,000 runes as well, so... But to keep an eye on when we can possibly level up again. Wait a minute. This is not where I thought it was. We are West Capital Ramparts. This should be the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, here we go. Huh. Yes, I think it was this way, because there should be one of those knights that we don't like over here. Whoa. Not that guy, though. Alright, leather drake tapered. Let's give it a quick practice before we actually put it to the test. Yeah. Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, I should have been more aggressive. I forgot how hard these guys hit. It is how quickly that lightning comes down too. There's a reason why I didn't want to basically try and tackle the guy before. But yeah, given their shield also, probably fisticuffs is for the best here. Gonna punch this guy in his back. There we go. Grab the stone. Okay, don't see anything far below there. I should turn on the lantern again. Alright, we got a ladder here. Kick down? Nope, okay, it's a normal descend ladder. Ooh. I hear the jingle jingle of scarab. Alright, a rune arc. Maybe risky to try and parkour up here, so let's see what we can see from this angle. It's like I hear it, but I don't see it, which hardly uncommon, but still. And do we go down or do we go up? Okay, it looks like we go down and we can actually... Absolutely. Alright. That was actually a bit shorter of a drop than I thought it would be. It's like the jingling is getting closer. I'm always excited about the jingling because Ashes of War are probably one of my favorite features for Elden Ring compared to all the other games, so it's like the possibility of getting a new one is always quite tempting. Though it is a bit of a disappointment whenever it ends up being just something like a flask recharge. There it is, and it is either a Somber Smithing Stone or an Ash. I do get the vibe. Okay, if we do drop down, looks like all of this is, I think connected. But maybe not. I want to make sure that we don't kind of sacrifice the ability to explore one thing by going after this guy. Okay, looks like it would be returnable to get back up here. We'll keep the fist at the ready. Ash of War, Thunderbolt. Nice. I imagine that's what those guys keep using on me. Thunderbolt skill, or a Thunderbolt. Skill used by the capital's ancient dragon cult. Raise armor aloft to call down a ball of lightning. Can be fired in rapid succession. Yeah. That is what they're using against me. Pretty cool. It could be fun to put on the gloves. Even though I do like being able to dodge with the gloves. Alright, it's like I heard something. There's that something. Though I don't know what that something is. These guys are quite creepy. And thankfully they're pretty noisy though, so they can't fully sneak up on us. Ooh, a well. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so we want to go down the well. Because that's what that one note said for how to reach the sewers. But before we do that, I did want to check over here. It's a light pause as I try to think from this angle how to potentially get back to the sewers. Okay. Yeah, this should all be... Yeah, okay. So all this ash here is walkable. Alright, Somber Smithing's down 6. Not bad. I'm trying to recall to what level we can buy that. Huh. Why is this leaking, like, honey or wax? But the other doors don't appear to be leaking that. Which, in hindsight, have the shackle ready to check for any secrets. Ah, more gravel stone. I assume maybe even more. Why, hello. Oh, it's one of those flame dudes. Okay. We know how to take these guys out. Okay. There's a potential danger that basically we might, like, slowly fall in if we go from the railing, but what about, like, right here? There we go. Good. These guys are far weaker than the ones that were at the Prince of Death place. Okay, cool. So that's cleared out for when we get down there. Oh. Oh. Alright. I wonder if that's connected to the sewer at all. Or the well. I mean, no matter what, I imagine that this place is going to have quite a bit to explore. Check out this guy. Something satisfying about this good old this. Open this guy then. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's fully aggroed, so I don't know if he actually has seen us or not. If he turns around, we can punch him in the back, and then do what we did to his friend to him. There we go. Alright. Alright, Leyndell Knight Helm. Dragon Wound Grease. Okay, we can get on the dragon from here. And more of that strange, like, wax honey. Alright, grab this. Go to room 9. Want to make sure I don't walk into an ambush here. Ooh. Wow, okay. I don't know how that guy didn't hear what we were doing to his friends, but... I have an idea. Alright, cool. The somewhat mysterious silence of the spectral lance. There, Leyndell Knight Helm, Commoner Shoes. It's like I was hoping on backstabbing him for additional health, but... And that guy's not fighting back. No honor in punching a man who's already down. You know, it's a precaution in case it somehow ends up being not fully a trap, but maybe like a little mini boss or something. Like being a bit careful. Alright, does not open from this side. Oop, here we go, okay. Alright, Lost Grace discovered, which, the Avenue Balcony. Oh yeah, this is just an avenue. Okay. Alright, so back down this way. So we should be able to just kind of clear out this potential sector here. Because, I mean, this is a sector that we're most interested in, because there is a well that led down below. And down is where we are going. I want to make sure that we don't miss any other secrets. And also, like, if I get down there, is there a way to get back up? Is that I'm not so certain about. Guess despite the fact we had ease on those 2 knights just now. Alright, more gravelstone. I'd rather not, like, have to go through them all again. It's like, if we can avoid that, all the better. I thought I heard some more jingle jangling, but, not hearing anymore. Okay, so this goes... Yeah, so this goes all the way back. So, okay, so if you were coming from the streets, this is how you get to where we kind of initially came from. And I don't see... Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can make that jump, so it's like, I don't think there's any other secrets up here. And I'm kind of tempted to see if there's a way to get, like, up to the dragon's face. Which I have, a bit of an idea. Like, if I were to go... Okay, I don't think I can actually kind of climb up the wing. But alright, go back down the wing. I'm pretty certain I couldn't open up that. Yeah, okay, so we can go here. Might as well go down here and grab these goodies. Okay, not seeing any other potential ambush. Holy proof dried liver, bird steel dagger, and fan daggers. Alright. Which, bird steel dagger? Okay, no, I know. I thought we got one of these, like, way back when. Because I vaguely recall that was like, we had that before we had a second normal dagger. Okay, so can't get up. Or at least can't get basically up to where that thing was. I imagine that might be connected to where the sewers are in general. Alright, so far all signs are pointing towards the well, but I am still curious about if there's any connection point between this half of things and this half over here. Like, do we see a ladder or like some other thing that gives us a hope to try and navigate? Huh, a little basic zombie down there. Like, a bit more safe drop down there. Yeah, and this is through into here. I guess I can see a ladder there, so in theory, we should be able to drop down and wrap around, right? Because that is the, like, the walkway. Yeah, I'm gonna roll the dice here. Yeah, let's jump down from here. Alright. Not great. Especially since we can't summon any helper here. I wonder how much health it has in comparison to others of its kind that we've taken care of. Dang it. There we go. Alright, that'll wrap up. Whew. Alright, now you're gonna explode. The next note 6. Fire! Alright, run away. trying to get it to stagger, maybe, but not that easy. Alright. Yeah, doing that. There we go. Oof. Okay. Right, shield at the ready. Drink. There we go. Phew. Golden Seared. Honestly, I was better off with the Frenzy Spear, but it was a bit difficult changing in the middle of active combat there. Alright, that teaches you a bit of a lesson about dropping down. Okay, not seeing much else around here. We can probably get the Fisticuffs back out. And speaking of Fisticuffs, Shackle. You know, fist, shackle. Ho 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 ho. But okay, so nothing appeared there. I feel like number one priority should probably be to open up that avenue between this area and that spot of grace we found. Don't mind if we tap this guy. Ooh, he's actually pretty bulky. Now, who or what is in here? Oh, a knight. Just punch him until he stops moving. Alright, golden great shield. Alright, cracked pot. So does this lead to the other side? Oh, leads to on the other side. Oh, a lot of rats down there. Alright, where are we in relationship to what I know? Oh, another spot of grace. Yeah, where are we in relationship to where I was prior? Okay, so that guy's patrolling back. We'll be a bit sneaky here. Leyndell's helm, armor, gauntlets, and greaves. Which I'm pretty certain we killed Leyndell before. Oh, deathbed dress. Okay. So tap this. Lost grace discovered. And this would be the lower capital church. Alright, deathbed dress. Extremely thin and sheer white dress worn by deathbed companion as she embraces the dead. Slowly replenishes the HP of nearby allies, but not that of the wearer. The touch of the fabric is exceedingly soft, so as to not harm even the most withered corpse, while still sharing her warmth. And then Leyndell's helm, worn by Leyndell the Lionhearted, rounded iron helm with a distinctive large brim. When this chivalrous, dauntless knight met Fia, who had been driven from her home, he declared himself to be her father. Okay, they're all essentially the same, except for one is he declared himself to be her father versus he declared himself her father. odd little change in translation, but alright, sure. Alright, golden great shield as well. Oval great shield made of gold, carried by knights to protect the royal capital of Leyndell. Knights of Leyndell are reputed for their sturdiness, exemplified by this shield's exceptional guard capacity. Alright. It's like, how do I want to tackle this guy? I don't know basically if a sneak back attack's gonna work. I guess when in doubt. Oh, not that much health. I worried over nothing. Omen Smirk Mask. Mask with long, hideously twisted horns worn by the Omen Killers. Increases strength. Bears the smirking face of an elder, twisted in wicked delight. This visage is carved in the image of the evil spirits that haunt the Omen in their nightmares. Alright. And this is like our, what, second or third time we've seen stuff about Omen Killers and Omens. I'm very curious on what all of that is. Ah. A ladder that needs to be kicked down from above. Alright, smithing stone 6. Alright, even more rats. Like, I would love to explore the... Oh! Alright, we might as well take care of that hand while we see it. And good to know we're going to have to worry about hands down below. I mean, I guess it makes sense that we're looking for the 3 fingers, and what has fingers? Hands. But okay, let's see... We can't find the connection we're looking for. Now, who or what has charred all these bodies? Alright, we're kind of approaching... roughly where the opposite side of that door should be. And more goopy, like, wax from all these doors. I wonder if it's meant to be corpse wax, similar to a lot of the gargoyles have. Oh. Alright, so those are barrels, not knights that are casting lightning, because that's what I was concerned about. Ah, so close. There we go. Alright, gotta make sure we don't eat any rogue jars. Come on. Yeah, kinda saw that coming. Oh, okay, that actually didn't hurt that much. I mean, I say not that much, but, you know, gotta be careful of getting too confident here. There we go. Give me health back. Alright, Gilded Foot Soldier Cap. Clarifying bonuses. Is that anti-frenzy? Alleviates madness buildup, yep. Madness accumulates slowly, inflicting heavy damage and reducing FP once the threshold is reached. Take one of these in timely fashion to avoid such an event. Alright, look around for any secrets that might reveal themselves. Alright, dagger. And how do we get this though? Okay, it's open, alright. Alright, stone sword key. I will gladly accept that. Okay, so this should go to the other side of that door. It felt like it was a bit too early, but yeah, okay. Here we go. So now we got 2 potential sewers to go to. And I guess we should go down the well first to see if it's, like, special. Because if it just connects to the same sewer, then, you know, kind of answers that question. The only thing I would think of why that would be the case, though, is that, if that was the case, then why would we get the note telling us to go down the well? And we somehow missed this before. Alright, so the next stone 5, and... there we go. Slowly coming up on the ability to level, because we're something about like 70k? Yeah, 75 we need to level, roughly. To guarantee it's 76. Okay, so let's just connect back to the previous area. Alright, Rune Arc. Ace and Butterfly. I mean, this looks like it might, in theory, be deeper than the other parts that we saw, but maybe not. Oh yeah, no, this definitely goes deeper. It's a precaution. Top off on mana. Though I'm eyeing. We only have the 1 health flask. But if we find a spot of grace down here... not too bad. Feel like I should be sneaky just in case. And should make sure there's no secret door that I've already passed. Alright, not seeing any. Boy, this brings back memories of EverQuest, going through the sewers of Quainos to get to the Necromancer Guild. Still no grace. Oh, a lot of rats. Trying to think of what would be the best, like, AoE option here. And I guess that's good old Frenzy. But first... make sure I don't get bitten from behind. Ooh. Alright. That almost went a lot more poorly than I had anticipated it. Now, is this an openable grate? No. Alright, gonna be a bit careful here. Multiple rats have been our bane sometimes in the past. There we go. Alright, we got a bit of a flask back. Oh, or I guess not. Alright. I think that was just the attack bonus kicking in. It's like, don't be a boss, don't be a boss. The Subterranean Shunning Grounds. Alright. I'm a bit surprised we have not come across this spot of grace quite yet. Ooh. Okay. Back up we go, since I do see that big guy over there. I kind of wonder if we can, like, shrink back a bit, get him to move forward a bit, trying to find the source of sound. There's multiple of them, too. I'd rather not be scrambling up this ladder at an inopportune time. I guess not much choice. Don't mind me going back up. As this guy's right there next to the ladder. Alright, how many spears does it take to kill these guys? Okay, an uncomfortable amount. These aren't going to be completely easy takedowns. Ooh. They have something. I should be cautious. Alright. Wonder how many runes they'll give. Ooh, 2,000, yep, so they are considered quite the bulky boys. Just take them out nice, slowly, and safely from up here. I am curious if that guy is one of the two that we saw from a distance, or whether he was a fourth one, kind of at a, like a, hidden behind an angle. Come on. Just fall over. There we go. And very, very close to a level up. That's all the more reason I'm a bit cautious here. Otherwise, I'll just have hopped down without, like, a second thought. More of them big guys. Let's find a thing of grace. That would be the best. Like there's a stick of Marco right there. Makes me wonder. All right, open for the. Oh, there's or doesn't open for this. There we go. That's that grace I was looking for. Alright. Touch Grace. Lost Grace discovered. I said, do we have enough to level up? We're 200-ish short. Which... yeah, I think... right, not that one. Yeah, I think we can just try fighting this guy normally. Also, be curious if they can even fit through this door. And they seem to have the power of frenzy. Either that or maybe the power of death. There we go. Can actually critical strike these guys. Excellent. There we go. Alright. Level up time. Underground roadside. Okay. There we go. That 50th point of faith that we needed. Now we can start dumping stuff into health, mana, and stamina. And which spell should we get rid of? Maybe Bestial Vitality for right now, because I want to see how well that golden meteor shower we got is. Okay, but where is that one? Here. Ah, it takes 2 slots, okay. So, Lord's Aid or Blessing of the Earth Tree? I mainly took off the Blessing of the Earth Tree because I was trying to remember. It's like, can we get a detailed description of that was a heal one, right? All right, where are you? Blessing of the Earth Tree, Blessings of Boon, Protection of the Earth Tree. Yeah, gradually restoring a large amount of HP, so essentially a long-lasting heal over time. But for ourselves and allies, which is a nice part. But yeah, alright, so we'll get rid of Bestial Vitality in it. We'll keep the Lord's Aid for right now, because that's basically cure poison. Alright, let's try these Earth Stars here. Here, the Elden Stars. Create a stream of golden shooting stars that assail the area. I expect good things, but I've been let down before. That very slight tickling damage. Hehehe. These guys definitely hit pretty hard. Uh-oh. Yeah. Oh, Elden Stars. You were a disappointment, but I should not be surprised by that at all. I wonder how much power is wrapped up in, like, what type of catalyst you're using. I mean, if so, kind of all the more reason for me to find a 3-finger catalyst. Though I do enjoy the Godslayer stuff too. Yeah, I don't think... ironically, having saved up for it, I don't think this is worth... Okay, actually, one more go here, actually. I want to see, did I charge it last time, or is that just how long it takes? So we're single tap. Yeah... I mean, alright, actually, we'll try real quick again here. Alright. Kind of like multicast it and get like multiple of him like shooting. Oh no, okay, so a second one gets rid of the first one. Oh, can't block with that. Uh-oh. All that fancy swinging the thing here. Oh, out of mana. Whew. Ouch. other guy over there. Yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, Elden Stars, as it currently is, probably not worth it. Heck, I mean, honestly, the Godskin Peeler was a bit of a letdown there too, but I think that's a bit unfair, given we're fighting on a bit of our back foot, trying to get like the mana and everything. Let's try... Okay, let's actually have that be targeted first. There we go, okay. Full proper weapons test here. Whoops. Not in my head. I mean, I think it's an unfair test of other things. I wonder if maybe the Elden Stars is good against, like, for AoE, but I think we have cheaper AoE options. Including maybe even this weapon itself. Okay, yeah, I think basically that's kind of confirmed that, at least for right now, Elden Stars goes away. We bring back the Blessing of the Erdtree, and we bring back the Lord's Blessing, I believe it was called. Where was that? Protection of the Erdtree. Oh, like where? Yeah, where was that? There's the Lord's Aid. Oh yeah, Lord's Aid basically is that one. Oh yeah, we want Bestial Vitality. There we go. That's how I was confused. Alright. Quite frankly, fisticuffs might be good option here. I mean, they could also be encouraging us just to avoid fighting, given that there's this like little ladder right here. See if we can't open up that door from the other side. And a 9 second, I should be double checking the time. Alright. We're technically at time, but not by a whole lot, so we can fit a bit more in. Freezing grease, alright. Makes sense that there'd be such a thing. Alright. Run, jump. Should have seen that coming. Drink just in case. No. What color scare are we dealing with here? Alright, we're doing also with a lot of little, the impy folk. I don't know if that guy would drop down or not. Go, although I meant to do that with a taking advantage tag there. I wonder if the like little gargoyle dudes have anything to do with the three fingers or not. We're definitely just in like earthen territory now. I mean, both sewers, but also still some earthen bits. That works. Fire grease and fire grease. Okay. Let's say who did that. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ah. How can my body have blood loss? I'm already dead. Alright. Should be good. Just gonna take it nice and cautiously. Still can't believe the target lock's like up there. I'm like, what do you mean up there? What's the one right in front of me? I think basically shield and lance is for the best, given that's usually how we kind of take care of the little stone boys in dungeons. Block, counter, block, counter, block, counter, and throw when we need them, basically aggro on us. That's it, we can just knock them off the old-fashioned way. There we go. Oh, yeah, I forgot I unequipped the Cerulean. Kill them, get FP back. Probably fine. Forgot about all the ones that already dropped on me before, but... try that again. Maybe one more? That should... there we go. Could drop down. Alright, Somber Smithing Stone 6. Alright, we have one running to us, but I'm also hearing... come on. Pretty certain I hear them behind me too. Oh. Alright, hop up. Ooh, okay. Like we do need to get our ruins back, even though it's only a tiny bit. Oh, Smithing Stone 7. Alright, back on the pipe. I'm hoping that we maybe find a Frenzy Ash of War here somewhere. Because then in theory, if we could just like apply Frenzy to a spear, we could maybe then have like the pike do double duty with like Frenzy itself. Alright, gotta be careful here. If we as we throw forward, if we step forward, we don't want to like step off the bit here. Oh, come on. Yeah, I can do this. There we go. Okay. And then this little guy here. Boo. Now I know there was a third one from somewhere. That might have been the one that we just took out. Alright, just shields at the ready. And take that guy out. Oop. Yeah, she survived. There we are. Give me some health. Alright, top off on mana. Huh. Did the other one just fall to his death, I wonder? Okay. Head this way. And that jingle jangle is so strong, but first, this should probably be the door. Yeah, here we go. I think. Maybe. Ooh. And that guy is covered with horns. Trying to think if they would give chase through that tiny, tiny hall. answer to that is yes. Kinda hoping I can get him to fall off. Oh, okay, ouch. That was very long ranged, I must say. Can I make the throw? Yes, I can. Alright, run, run, run. Whew. Oh, oh. Yeah, this is hardly good. Uh-oh. Alright, giant lobster. I did not expect him to jump. Although now that we know he can jump, we could in theory try to intercept him while he's jumping with a fireball. But alright, run, 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 run. Yeah, let's try and at least open up this loop here. Alright. One. A two and down. Wonder if I can get this guy. There we go. It's like before he throws stuff at me, I should throw things at him. Cool. There we go. Alright, we know one's gonna drop down from over here. Alright, there we go. Alright, lantern on. Okay, there's that one. Oop, wrong one. Alright, counter, stab. And then this little dude. Alright. Then, down with him, because we know he does eventually climb up. Yeah, I think basically it's best to go here, here, then wrap around. Alright, one, two. There we go. And in case we need to retreat, probably best to take these guys out while we can. I wonder if... Oh, yeah, we're low on mana. Alright, come on, I-beam. Yeah, that guy's just in a very awkward position. Alright. Boom. Alright, that works. Thank you for that backstab, or just poke him. Imp Head Wolf. Man. Trying to be able to catch a visual of the scarab sound here. This guy's gonna be a bit safe. Well, safe briefly. Now for taking down this guy up above. then we could probably just try some good old Frenzy Flame. Like, another thing I'm kind of wondering is, could I just get that door? Wait. Was the door not on this side? There. And avoid the explosion. Okay, so there's the homing things. Man, it still does a good amount of damage, even when blocked. Shadow bait. There we are. Take advantage of that. Ouch. Swing. That delay. There we go. Drink. Oh. I do wonder if I should have just gone for the lever, but there's a big guy on the other side, and I wonder if this guy might drop anything special, since he does have a special appearance. And I think nothing to it but to try again. Although the thing that we got, Shadow Bait, create shadow that lowers the aggression of foes of human build. Incantation of the Two-Finger Servants, who once served as the assassins of the Round Table Hold, creates a pale gold shadow before the caster, lowering foes of human build and attracting their aggression. This incantation can be cast while in motion or crouching, and will still affect foes that are already in combat state. It is said that those beguiled by the shadow see within it a hated foe. 13 faith, so okay. So doable, even though not really necessary. The worst part about this is just having to go through all these imps yet again. Alright. From the top. One imp. Down. Bait that imp. And then bait this imp. And then back to this imp. You know, I'll take it. Alright, make sure to turn the lantern on before I jump this time. Then jump. There we go. Alright. Trying to remember other ones that come from different angles. Yeah, that one from up there. I was thinking basically he might fall all the way down, but alas. Alright, then this guy. Alright, jump down. I think maybe just running at this one. Yep. Throw, jump up. There we go. And while I remember, that guy over there Alright. We should be good to skill up. I'm thinking this time... fisticuffs. Let's try to dodge him the fancy way. But first... oh boy. Of course, the ruins are right in front of him. There we go. Just punch it out. So close, so close. Oh boy. Alright, try again. Part of me is tempted just kind of like to run this here. Alright. Back down. Let's go. Maybe I should just open up that door on the other side. Alright. One imp. And then down. And then two. And then a third. I can't guarantee that they're just gonna fling themselves off. Although sometimes just landing a shot in the face as they're jumping also works. Ah, still up. Up. Not anymore. Alright. Back over here. And a 1. And a 2. And a 3. I like how he kind of glitched out and tried grabbing the air. Alright, that guy. Oh. Alright, I think this at the ready should be good. You know, I'm not even going to worry about that one guy on the side. Just... there we go. Drink. Alright, drink. Oh boy. Okay. What I think I'm gonna do. It's the imps really. But yeah, what we'll do, because I think I know where my ruins are going to be. Alright. First up. Yeah, because I should be at that door. Meaning I think it's this guy. Thank you for letting me sneak behind you, good sir. That coming. Just run away. All right, yeah. I think it's a bit too risky while our ruins are incognito. We could grab the runes and just drink the flask and like let ourselves be killed, but I don't know the window for being able to die and like keep the runes. one. Let's just get all these guys here. There we go. And that works. I do love hitting them midair. That is always very nice. Alright, you. Can I boot them off? Yes, I can. Alright. You, down. And then you, also down. Alright, excellent. Then we jump across. Yet again, I am laughing to myself just thinking how it's just like, yeah, yet again, it's not a boss that's an issue. There's an individual strong enemy chilling out in a random location. But yeah, this time I actually think it's best to try and like lure the big guy down the trap again. Like, if we can get him to jump, then that will work out in our favor, because we can just kind of like snipe him there and then. Gonna hit the barrel, isn't it? Yep, it is. There we go. I just remembered, I forgot to snipe the other one on the other side here. Alright, you. There we are. Alright, so the path is now clear that we can kite the big guy. Ooh, what do we have over here? Yeah, another forked hatchet. Alright, replenishing that. Now, where are... Yeah, there's our runes. Alright, just let that be. Dodge these. And hindsight. We just Dragon Blight this guy, and maybe if it takes, then we can Scarlet Rot wait it out. Alright, gonna get a bit more space here. Okay, so far so good. And he is slowly taking the rot. Come on, you big lunk. I do wonder basically how long the Scarlet Rot will kind of tick for here. And it's definitely putting in the work. This should be okay. Might as well help the rot along. I don't know where he thinks he's going. Hey! Huh? Ragdoll falls below. Okay, so he didn't give anything special. Boo. I really thought, given his amount of horns, it would be a weapon, a helm, something like that. But alright, so now there's technically, kind of, if you squint, no downside to opening this door. I say no downside in that, like... let's see here. Maybe open up the other side? No, not really. Although I wonder if he himself, despite not dropping anything, maybe he does stay dead. There's no way to get basically to that statue. But alright, so the coast is now clearer to get down below. I say clearer because we do know there's a giant lobster down there who will probably still try to make our life a bit miserable. I don't think we've actually taken down a lobster properly yet. There we go. Alright, let's try slowly falling down. If for nothing else, and to find the source of the jingling. I can't tell if it's coming from up or down. Oh no, that's... I was gonna say, oh no, another big guy. Then I remember that that is actually the body of the big guy we just killed. Okay, took a bit of damage, wasn't lethal. I'm a bit curious at how deadly this lobster is going to be. Oh, okay. So we are dealing with multiple lobsters. Cool, and then we have rotted them. I don't know when one of them is going to come through the door. Oh, they actually hit each other. Come on, you two. Do my job for me. Excellent. The one that's rotted basically took down the one that wasn't. Through the wall grab. Okay, good to know. He was tired of my shit. And now we gotta get our ruins back. But alright, that should be doable. Oh, big guy. We came back. Alright. Just gonna run. Okay, where's my... There we are. Yeah, just put that guy to sleep. Permanently. Alright. Drop. And then drop again. It's interesting to see the power scaling difference between the guys in the capital and the guys down here. Because the guys down here are definitely tougher. Yeah, okay, so this guy just auto-aggroes. Kind of? Ouch. Ooh. Well, well, well. I will gladly take this. Now, is this a little sub-dungeon? Ah, can't basically... Well, actually, we can de-aggro him by going to here. The Leyndell Catacombs. Okay. Now, that said, I'd still like to take down those lobsters to get the treasure they're guarding. Yeah, that's right. Now you can't get me. We should go ahead and put the extra pain on. As best we can while being quite cowardly. There we are. Oh. Let him spray. And there we are. Alright, 2,300 some runes, not too shabby. And 3 treasures for our effort. Mog's Shackle. Oh. We had Margit, now we have Mog. Briefly binds Mog, once imprisoned, to Earth. A fetish bathed in golden magic, shackles were used to bind the accursed people called the Omen, and these ones were made to keep a particular omen under strictest confinement. Though faint, the shackles still retain vestiges of power, enough to trap the once bound Mog on Earth, if only for a short while. M-O-G-H. That is the same Mog that's the Lord of the Blood, right? Okay, I thought I heard him slowly crab coming at me. Yeah, M-O-G-H. So, Mog is an omen. Interesting. Alright, so the next down 7. There's where that sound was coming from. Aw, Summer's the next down 7. Dang it. I can just get back over there. There we go. Then we can loot the rest of the area. And I should tap off on mana there. Come on, you. Ooh. There we go. I was a bit worried that I might have made a mistake there by running out to take him down, but thankfully not punished. Alright, we can loot the rest of these, given that randomly we had Mog Shackle just down here at a sewer dump. Alright, Summer Smith's down 7, glass shards. In hindsight, I should be a bit careful about dudes from above. Smith's down 7. I wonder if Mog's Shackle has the same effect as Margaret's Shackle or not. Like, I feel like we should just swap out to Mog's Shackle, given that Margaret's died twice now, so I can't imagine we're going to be encountering them, like, for a third time, but... And Mog seems like the more dangerous threat, given that half of our Wondrous Elixir is already kind of dedicated to countering, like, this Curse of Blood that they do. But yeah, so Mog's and Omen, I do wonder what they are. So I'm a bit curious where this elevator goes. Alright, seeing nothing there. I'd imagine this is the normal entrance to wherever this crypt is. Okay. Got some ghosts up here. So we should be wrapping things up here. Yeah. Let's take down these guys and see if... Oh. Oh! One of those, I see. Alright. Huh. I heard something that might have been spawning them. Order Rune 11. Whoa. Dang it. There we go. Alright, well, we have the chance. What does this do? Ah. I thought that statue seemed suspicious. Alright, where's my rotted breath here? Alright. And then... Yeah, how do you deal with Death Lightning? Pretty well, it seems. Should probably be careful not to, like, die instantly. Halashabiri. Oh, actually, I think Scouring Black Flame might be better. Oh, ouch. And this is why we stay topped off. So I thought I heard the guy down below come back. Nope, not yet. Interesting. So all of this kind of connects. Alright, let's try to get back to that spot of grace down below here. Take out this guy so it doesn't cause any issue. Alright, then before he comes back... Ouch. There we go. And Haladrake Talisman. Greatly boosts holy damage negation. Not too shabby. Alright, drink these, and now we can basically check around in peace to see if anything else kind of spawned here. And I do wonder if that one will stay dead in future visitations or not. But okay, I'm not seeing any other additional secrets having opened. So yeah, let's go ahead, run to the grave so we can wrap things up here for today. Oof, it's also still pretty warm here, so it's like slowly just baking. That is, baking with a B-A-K-I-N-G and not bacon like B-A-C-O-N. So, the word baking, but then shortened and abbreviated. Let's see, do we have anything here? Alright, not seeing anything. Alright, the lobsters are still dead. In hindsight, we should... I don't think I checked the other side for any additional treats since we came that way, but we were a bit busy concentrating on the lobsters. Okay. Yeah, it seems pretty straightforward. So yeah, so next time we will go ahead and check out these Leyndell catacombs. And yeah, be curious exactly what's waiting down below. Although I guess we can take a quick peek. Yep, boss door, and yep, okay, so pretty standard, like, configuration for our dungeon. It's alright. What are we on runes? Alright, to level up, we need 77,000. You know, it might be in our best interest just to bust open some runes to get up that high. Alright, let's see. We can do 2 Newman runes. There we go. In hindsight, that might have been overkill, but, you know, better safe than sorry. And I hear the lobsters back. Alright, put points into vigor. I feel like we should probably get these at least up to 30 next. And also, as we get more endurance, start considering potential side grades for armor. Either basically side grades for armor, or if we wanted to use like any like really big hefty weapon. But alright. Yeah, I wonder how close we're getting to the 3 fingers, given that I thought maybe the things that the omens were doing might have been frenzy, but we took damage from that stuff. We didn't take frenzy. And it was more yellow-black than yellow-red, which is... like, yellow-red is frenzy, but yellow-black tends to be more like death petrification. So, curious about that too. I mean, as always, we're walking away with more questions than answers. Well, outside of the one answer that we had today of, Radagon is Marika. But I'm not even fully sold on that idea yet. So yeah. Curiouser and curiouser. But alright, hopefully some answers next time, and until then, later.